Hello there, commanders. Are you aching for some hot grand strategy action? Maybe some conquering, pillaging, or just rewriting history like a pile of clay in your hands? Today, we're talking about the hottest upcoming grand strategy games. Let's see what the future holds for us. Grey Eminence will take us in a journey through 1356 to 1956 as you guide the fate of any country on Earth through 6 epic centuries of conflict. Diplomacy, economics, warfare, and intrigue are all weapons in your arsenal to transform the world that was into the world that could be. This one is for all of you that wants to be sneaky masterminds out there. It's all about manipulating kings, starting wars, and maybe toppling even a dynasty or two, all without getting your hands caught into the cookie jar. It's got this cool vibe where every decision feels like a chess move if you never played chess before, but I suck at it, so how can I judge you for it? The devs are promising a deep diplomacy system and a world that reacts to your scheming. So if you ever wanted to be a puppet master of history, well, this could be fun, I guess. Birth of Culture is up, this one taking you back to the dawn of civilization where you're guiding a tribe into greatness. It got that Civ-style progression, but with a grittier, more grounded feel. And hopefully it will not copy Humankind and kinda ruin the game. You're dealing with migration, rival clans, and the messy birth of society. If you love watching a tiny settlement turn into an empire, well, you're watching this video, so I think, yeah, you do. So from 60,000 BC, through the rise of mighty empires all the way to the fall of the Western Roman Empire, you'll build cities, manage resources, wage wars, and tinker with bases, all while the clock ticks and the world morphs around you. It got X grid for that classic strategy vibe. Atre, Dominance Wars is a unique blend of 4X real-time strategy and god game elements. It promises to offer something new on the genre. In this lore-rich experience, you are an elder with the goal of raising to godhood and conquering the fractured world that has been ravaged by dark magic. Your journey will depend on you discovering hidden truths and blending strategy with detective guesswork, I imagine. I really hope it doesn't lean too much into this because I'm not really a smart detective, as you can tell from the script of this video. The game lets you evolve your unit into powerful, diverse armies capable of crushing any foe. You'll build thriving cities, erect special monuments, and rally legions of loyal followers to your cause. As an elder, you'll discover powerful arcane spellcraft, unlocking a wide range of abilities, from fostering prosperity to unleashing total destruction. This gives me a lot of hero might and magic, possibly. Fragile Existence is this sweet sci-fi strategy mashup where your humanity lost hope after Earth get destroyed by a mysterious invader. It's a strategy game with a survival vibe. You're not building an empire, you are carrying the entire empire with you across several star systems. You will need to set up bases, watch out for factions on your ship from turning on you, and, well, explore and scavenge resources so you can keep your fleet running. Okay, we got another space one, Ascendance. This one is all about rising from nothing and ruling the stars. It got the entire package: exploration, empire building, and ship combat to spice things up. You'll oversee a complex civilization made of several governments, powerful militaries, and ambitious space agencies and competing corporations, all driven by a cast of characters with their own agendas. Your task is to expand into the cosmos, balancing exploration with the need to protect your people from external threats and internal problems. Combat is a highlight, featuring dynamic physics-based fleet battles where tactical sensor use, positioning, and ship design can determine victory. This is giving me Stellaris vibes. The game economy is deeply simulated and driven by supply and demand, with production tied to specific locations like factories, mines, and stations. Customization is the key, so you can tweak everything from galaxy size to the preference of faster than light travel, or even confine your game to a single detailed or to a single star packed with planets, moons, and asteroids. As I said, pretty much Stellaris. Beyond Astra is next. It's another space epic. This one is about pushing the boundaries of your empire across cosmos, exploration, colonization, and grand strategy vibes. You're delving into a massive galaxy, exploring planets and star clusters, chatting up with your citizens and weird alien life forms, and basically shaping your own destiny in the stars. The gameplay promises to be seamless. You can zoom from a planet's surface to the galaxy map without any loading screen. You'll be tweaking your species to handle stuff like climate and gravity, customizing ship with engines, weapons and defenses, and dealing with the other civilization and their own personalities. Some might be more friendly and some will be just like, I want to kill you! Strategy is the key here, so you need to adapt based on the situation. The map is very huge and it keeps evolving, packed with hundreds of worlds to check out and ships flying around. Planets have instant pathfinding, and the game promises to have billions of citizens without lag. I don't know if this is gonna be possible, but we shall see. You will be juggle over 50 resources. Some are gonna be global and some are gonna be local. And yeah. Espiocracy is an espionage grand strategy game where you are the shadowy mastermind running an intelligence agency for one of 74 possible countries. It's the Cold War and you're rewriting history from behind the scenes, stirring up ideologies, pulling up cups, and sparking proxy wars like it's not a big deal. Subterfuge is gonna be core of this game. You will have the task to nudge the world toward a new world order of your choice. You're calling the shots as the Iron Curtain drops and tension crank up. You will have several toolkits: agent sneaking around, propaganda to twist the mind, assassination for when you are in a difficult position, coup d'etat to flip the board on your enemy. The world is still reeling from World War II, and new alliances are shaping up. Superpowers are already growling at each other, and you are in the middle of all of it. Agency is a living thing. Operatives have their opinions and form their own groups and bring their own perspective to the table. When they retire, they could become wild cards you cannot control, so you need to manage them properly when they're working for you. Military conquest is not that common, because this is the Cold War after all. Shifting public opinion is gonna also be centered, because election can easily change the cards on the table. You will be able to choose between 34 different types of operation. You can spread the ideologies, develop your own operatives. Agents, however, will have some autonomy based on your orders, so things will not always go the way you plan, and their traits and history can affect them. Feudums is up next. Picture a medieval grand strategy sandbox with a multiplayer twist. You're a lord carving out your fiefdom, swearing fealty or not, and dealing with other players who might stab you in the back. It has this cool art style and a focus on feudal politics, so expect a lot of vassal drama and land grabs. You can also play solo. This one probably will have the best interaction online with other players, but that is up to you. The main scope of this game is to grow your little fiefdom into something larger, and you will have to boss around your vassals, wage some wars, and outsmart your rivals with diplomacy, espionage, and scheming. The game got this turn-based tick setup that lets you take your time plotting moves without the rush. It's perfect for casuals, and maybe it will be enough complex for hardcore players, as you're juggling these feudal networks, wearing oaths to a liege, or roping in your own vassals. Every choice will shake up the gameplay and can lead to long-term repercussions. Okay, Gilded Destiny. These cool grand strategy games drops you into the wild vibes of the Industrial Revolution. You get to pick whichever country you want, and you will turn it from an agricultural nation to an industrial powerhouse. It's all about transforming society after all. Building factories, messing with the economy, flexing your diplomacy, and maybe even a couple of wars in here and there. The game got a massive globe with over 1 million hexagons. I cannot tell you what that means. I just read that on the Steam page, I'm sorry. It's probably big, I guess. You're juggling a crazy detailed supply and demand system, building up a bunch of productive spots and factories. Oh, and it got that real time but with pause buttons, so you can, take your time and think. Expect some deep mechanics, however, like resource management for provinces and figuring out the best placements for your factories, as you're basically living through the Industrial Revolution after all. I don't know if the game will have societal aspects. Maybe, we shall see. Alliance of the Sacred Sons is a not-so-chill sci-fi grand strategy. where you are the new emperor of a crumbling interstellar empire. It all kicks off with your coronation, and your job is to keep the whole thing from collapsing, or at least go down as a good memory. You're juggling noble houses, dodging wannabe throne snatchers, and trying to bring back the Empire old good days, while everybody's plotting your demise. You're in charge of a massive space sandbox. It's a turn-based game with an X-grid map and some RPG mechanics. You will explore star systems, expand, exploit resources, build up fleets. So the twist in this game is that every turn has a certain amount of action points. Normally you would use every single action point in every game to not waste it. Well, here you need to manage them wisely, because if you overwork your emperor, crash out and probably get ill and die. There is no dynasty here. You only have one life. So if your emperor dies, it's over. Your choices will help shaping up your character and shift your empire toward either the greater good or a more controversial direction. Okay, Imperial Ambitions. This one got that classic grand strategy feel. Think empires clashing in the age of imperialism, all in a pixel art style. You are a European superpower aiming to build an empire that lasts. You are out there exploring new lands, colonizing whatever you can snag, bossing around your workforce, cornering markets, and scrapping it out in tactical battles, all while trying to keep your head above water in this wild time. The vibe of this game is a bit fresh on the strategy genre, and apparently this game advertises as less click intensive and more big brain 3D chess moves. Probably if you're a fan of Napoleonic Wars, you will like this game. Army don't seem to be just blobs standing around. They need to roll out informations with real tactical depth, making movement much more tricky, and battles need to be planned ahead of time. You can split off regiments for sneaky side missions or flank the enemy for some clutch crossfire action. Your empire is gonna stretch from mountains to sea, and you will be able to unlock several resources to export and stuff, I guess. KaiserPunk is a mashup of city building and grand strategy, tossing you into an alternate 20th century vibe, the interbellum era from 1918 to 1945. In the aftermath of World War I, city-states are popping from the wreckage, all scrambling for dominance. You're the boss here, growing your city from a small collection of shacks into a powerhouse, cranking out armies for land, sea, and air to smash your rivals. Your city setup will be one of the key features, and it's of key importance for your success. The tech tree is also gonna be extremely important. Well, it's extremely important in every grand strategy game. You will be able to unlock over 90 buildings and upgrades based on your style. And the worlds will hold over 100 regions that you can conquer. This game is gonna be based heavily on production, where you will be able to dive into a web of resources and industry to produce weapons, machinery, and supplies to keep your war machine going. Logistic is also a key factor, and the aesthetics make this game very interesting. Luckily, unlike the other titles in this list, KaiserPunk is coming out very soon. Liegecraft is another medieval grand strategy game, where you will be dropped into a sandbox that is in reality a gritty medieval world where you're the king calling the shots. It got that one more turn type of vibe with some RPG mechanics. You will lead your vassals, building up your feudal turfs and conquering rival kingdoms in a blend of turn-based 4X and real strategy RPG. You will be able to organize tourneys, join feasts, and duels. Every character has their own motivations and probably artificial intelligence, I assume. You will be able to reward the loyal ones, scheme against your shady rivals, and lock up the troublemakers, and dispose of your enemies. This game comes down to vassal management, and you will need to keep them happy and in line, or risking troublesome surprises. You'll be able to shape your noble traits, juggle their whining, and line them up with your big plans. But vassals are just like children, and they're a feisty bunch. Expect civil wars, squabbles, and all sort of dramas from their personalities. The game got a X-grid map, a deep economy, and diplomacy to mess with, plus some alternative history twist with extra flavor, I imagine. Next, Master of Command. It's heavy on military strategy with detailed campaigns and a focus on outmaneuvering your enemies. Master of the Command is a game that throws you into the chaos of Europe 18th century clash, the 7 Years' War. You're not just leading some militia here, you're commanding one of the 5 powerful factions. The disciplined Prussians, the elegant French, yeah right, the stout Brits, the resolute Australians, or the fierce Russians. Each campaign will come with different challenges and experiences, at least we hope so, and it will have procedurally generated maps to not cause combat fatigue. Every choice could mean glory or defeat, yeah. And there you have it, folks. It is the grand strategy games coming on our way, hopefully sooner than later. Which one got you hyped? Drop it in the comments, smash that likes button if you enjoyed the rundown, and subscribe for more gaming. I will be very inconsistent with the content that I produce, so you will have to keep that in mind. Until next time, Commanders. See you.